Alright, what's up guys? JR here. Today is Wednesday, March 8th, and we're going to take a bit of a different approach. So I decided that instead of just recording one live trade today, I think I want to go ahead and try to record my entire trading day and just kind of see how that works out. So it's 9:27 a.m. right now. The market opens up in about 3 minutes. And yeah, I'm just going to see if I can record my trades. I don't know exactly how many trades I'm going to take. Typically I shoot for anywhere between 1 to 3. I usually like to get at least 2. So far the market conditions haven't been that great as of yesterday, but from what I can see right now for the overnight, it seems like today's going to be a bit of a better day. So hopefully we'll shoot for at least 2 trades. 3 depending on how I'm feeling and how things are looking, but we'll see if I can get at least 2 on this recording, and hopefully it just turns out to be a good video. But I'm gonna try and keep the talking to a minimum because this has the potential to get a bit lengthy, so I'm just going to try and focus on only capturing the trades, not too much my thoughts in the meantime, and then just kind of come back and recap the day after the trades and everything have concluded. And also I would just like to give a big shout out to Mack. Thank you for everything that you've done, everything that you do, and just thank you from the bottom of my heart. It truly means more than what you know. Everything that I know I learned from you. There's nothing that I know that I did not learn from you. So all of this trading that you all will see, this is all directly a byproduct of everything that I've learned from Mack. And yeah, so just thank you, Mack. Big thank you to you. And without further ado, let's get down to business. Alright, so it's about 11 a.m. right now. Kind of slow rolling today, but this is our first trade that we see. It's a second entry long. Pretty decent setup. I think we'll get a nice pop up to retest this high and most likely retest this high as well. So we'll see how that goes, and yeah, hopefully this is a nice trade. But this is our first one for the day. Based off how, there's been movement, but there hasn't been as many setups as I would like to see. The only setup that I saw was this second entry long right here, but I didn't really like that bar too much, and we were kind of close to the high, so I went ahead and skipped that one. And other than that, I haven't seen any other really good setups that were worth even attempting to trade today. So I don't know if this is going to be a 2 trade video or 3 trade video, but right now it's kind of feeling like a 2 trade video. It really just kind of depends on how the rest of the day goes and if things kind of pick up, but it's looking like this is a pretty good trade that we just took right now. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that in advance because I like that. This is really your signal bar. I got a little bit concerned when we didn't break above it initially and we started trading down, but when this bar turned up and closed incredibly bullish like how it did, I just went ahead and left my stop right there and still took the trade. So we just tapped off of our exit and we shot back down pretty hard, but I think that that's stemming from other people exiting at that same spot, so I think we'll still get this order filled. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and pause it because I don't want this video to get too lengthy, so we'll be right back. Alright, so brief little update. We just got that first contract off. That came off at 1 point, so our target was 71.75. Second contract is going to come off at 2 points, which I think is around about the perfect spot to take it off because that's a tick before the high of the day. I think once we get a few ticks above this, we should see a little bit of a pop, because this was previously a tad bit of resistance. There was some selling there, so people most likely have some buy stops shortly above there. So hopefully we can make it through that. If not, then we'll most likely turn down and get stopped out on the runner. But let me just go over this trade briefly. It's a second entry long, so you get your new high right here, pull back, first attempt to go higher right there, pull back, second attempt to go higher right here. This is your signal bar. So you just want to go ahead and put your stop 1 tick above that. And this is also, it can kind of be treated like a failed second entry short as well, although you technically don't have one, but on a smaller picture you most likely do, because if you notice, you get your first attempt to go lower right there, a bit of a correction, then your second attempt to go lower right there, and it fails, and then we get the nice move up. So this could be done. We most likely, yeah, we just got stopped out right there, but we got the break and the new high for this short-term trend. We could go higher. We may turn down, don't know, but in the meantime, just going to go back to pause, and I'll be back when we get another trade. Alright guys, unfortunately, that's it. That is it. Only one trade today. Basically, the way I trade is I'm very particular. I sit and I wait until everything aligns very strategically to the point where there's little to no chance that the trade is going to fail. And today is just one of those days where you don't really get those really clean, sure thing setups. I mean, there were some trades within this area. Let me go ahead and mark the trades that I saw today, but didn't really like any. There was a second entry long right here at the open. It's the first trade. Next trade I see is this second entry long right there. You may have considered shorting this if you had drawn your trend line off those first two swings, and then when this comes back and turns down with that bearish bar, you may have considered shorting that. Bit of chop right here. I don't think you want to mess with that. Then the bottom falls out. There's a breakout pullback short right here that you may have considered taking. Bit risky in my opinion, since the bias was up and you went into a range and you're not completely sure if this failure is actually going to continue, but may have been something worth considering. You may have wanted to take that, so that's another possibility. It was tempting to take a short right here, but I had this trend line drawn, and when you come off one side, you're most likely headed to the other side. It's a second entry, and as you can see, that would have turned out to be a failure. And one more thing, let me point it out. You may have wanted to go long right there, because if you notice, it's a perfect measured move. You get this first leg down right here, and then your second leg right there. That's basically perfect. So you may have considered taking a long right there back to the EMA. We're a little bit of ways away from it. And yeah, so you may have wanted to take that. Don't take that second entry because you're coming off the lower end of your trend line, trend channel line, so most likely you're headed to the upper end. And then you may have wanted to take this failed second entry short, but it closes beneath the EMA. And then we had this range right here, and since we broke out of the bottom of it, you don't know if this turned into resistance at this point, so you have to skip that. Then we just kind of pop right on through it, and then there was a short that you may have wanted to take right up top here when you come back and kind of triple test that previous area of resistance, and that turned out to be a pretty good trade. It probably would have been a bit scary when you enter and then you get a big bullish bar like that, but eventually the bottom fell out, and I was waiting for a failed second entry long to go short right here because I figured we were coming back down to retest these lows, but unfortunately I didn't get it. I thought when we got this big bullish bar, I thought we'd tick higher and then turn down with a nice bearish bar, but got a pretty good bar right here, but it closed right on the EMA and there was no tick above it, so I didn't really like it. And then the doji came and then the bottom fell out. So that's pretty much it. That's my trading day. Hopefully you guys can see that trading is, it's not that glamorous, it's not that exciting. Honestly, it's boring, but I do like it. It's boring, it's not supposed to be exciting, and if you are excited and you are having fun, then you might be doing something wrong, so that's just something to think about. But what I try to do is I try and wait on the absolute best setups because I'm in the final stages preparing to go live. And when it comes down to it, the last thing you want to do is force trades. The last thing you want to do is guess. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, I don't force trades and I don't guess, because that right there will cause you to lose. And if you don't like anything, then just don't take anything. There's nothing wrong with not taking trades. There's nothing wrong with it, especially when there's money on the line. You can't lose money if you don't trade, but you can lose money if you guess and then you end up getting it wrong. So don't do it. Don't force trades. Don't guess. Just try and stick with what you're comfortable with. The way that I trade may not be suitable for everyone. Some people, they feel like they have to take a trade. Me personally, I'm perfectly fine with taking one trade a day. I'm fine with taking, I'm not fine with taking no trades a day. Typically, I do this because I want to trade. I want to make money. But if it comes down to it, if I don't see a setup that I like, I'm not going to move. And today I only saw one setup that I liked. And that was it. I only took one trade. I probably should have taken this second entry long because I knew it was going to work. I just didn't like this signal bar, and we were close to the highs. If we had gotten like a failed, a higher low somewhere in this region, I probably would have taken that up, but didn't like that signal bar. So in my opinion, it wasn't worth it. But the only thing that I saw and liked was this one. So just keep that in mind, guys. Whenever you're trading, don't force your trades. Don't guess, because at the end of the day, that's really not going to help you. All it's going to do is hurt you. And it's okay to only have one trade a day. It's okay to only have 2 trades a day. You have to remember that this is a really slow and methodical business. You're not in this to get rich quickly. You're not in this to take as many trades as possible. You're in this to take the best trades and get it right. You're going to sit and you're going to wait for the best possible setups, and then you're going to get it right. If it's only 2 trades a day, that's fine. If it's 3 trades a day, that's fine. Yeah, it's going to take you some time to build up your leverage to make money, but at the end of the day, you're going to have a whole lot more winners than losers, excuse me, and that money is going to start adding up once you become proficient at this. So that's pretty much my spiel. That's all I really have to say. Just sit back, relax, wait on the good setups, wait on the sure things, and don't force it. Don't force it, and most likely you're going to have winners. I only had 1 trade today, but at least I didn't lose money. So that's my take. I would have liked to have at least put 1 more trade in this video. I'll try and do something like this again. I'll give it another shot some point in time in the future. But yeah, sorry for the wait. I know this video is a bit late in the week, but I've kind of realized that I should probably pump the brakes on making these videos a tad bit, because sometimes it kind of causes me to trade a bit out of character. But I'm still going to try and shoot for around 1 video a week. Can't promise that I'm going to do anything more than that, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you gained a piece of information when it comes to what trading actually is. Well, my personal style of trading, I'm very conservative, very laid back. I sit and I wait on the perfect setups, and I sit and I wait on exactly what it is that I want to see, and then if I don't see it, I don't move. And that's going to reduce your losers, and you're gonna increase the winners. Your number of trades will probably go down, but hey, at least you're not losing. So that's pretty much it. Once again, this is a tribute to Mack. Thank you for everything that you've done, everything that you continue to do. You're really a great guy. I really truly appreciate you, and I'm sure everyone that watches my videos and watches your videos, and a lot of people like you, a lot of people appreciate you, and I just want you to know that. Thank you so much. Absolutely everything that I know about trading I've learned from you. There's nothing that I do know that hasn't been acquired from you, your website, your videos, and all that good stuff, man. It's just really good content, and this stuff is real. It works. It works, and it works quite well. But I've talked for long enough. I'll see you guys probably sometime next week. I'll try and record my trading day again. I have no definitive date of when I'll do that, but I'll try it again. Hopefully it'll turn out better, but that's it. I'll see you guys next time. This is JR. Take care.